It's an honor and pleasure to declare the session open. But before we start the session, few ground rules. So when someone is speaking, try not to step out of the room. You can do so if it's extremely urgent when we are clapping for the member who's speaking. And I give you 5 seconds to keep your phone on silent so that we do not disturb everybody else who is present in the session. So I request everybody to keep your phone on silent. As a club and as a part of the Toastmasters, we do not talk about sensitive topics like sex, religion, and politics. So I request everybody to avoid to touch upon these topics and harm anybody's sentiments. So today we have few guests who have joined us, as well as the members of HSR Club. So I give a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Do we have Karthik online, Dinesh? Can you just check because I cannot reach till.
I am here.
Okay. So Karthik is representing us as in Oracle Trailblazers Club at Division Contest on 5th April. We wish him all the best and all the best, Karthik, and thank you so much for joining. We wanted to congratulate you for making us proud and all the very best to you at the club. Give your best shot.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm extremely glad to have all of your support. That makes it even so special. I'll give my best, and I'm sure you'll support me, irrespective of the result.
Absolutely. That goes without saying. Today's theme is interesting. It is by our DTM Abhinav. He is going to talk about movies, and I'm assuming that most of us, at least who is present here, loves movies. It can be of a different flavor, but always we have that one favorite movie or a movie which inspired us or changed us the way we think. So when we talk about that, I do have two movies in my mind. They're quite old movies, but they had a very lasting impression on me. One of the movies, it's not a film which is 2.5 hour or 1 hour long, but it's a film fable which was directed by the icons or the gems of Indian cinema, Sir Satyajit Ray. I just happened to watch that on YouTube. It's called as The Two. It doesn't have a voice, it's a voiceless movie and just a music, and it's a communication between two kids, a rich kid and a poor kid, where they are showing off their music instruments and how that cycle continues. The message is so strong that it had a lasting impression on me, that how we are divided based on the rich and poor, the first world and third world, and how it kind of that emotion continues generation on and generations, right? So that was quite impactful movie that I saw. So on that note, I will now introduce the Toastmaster or the main character of today's session, distinguished Toastmaster Abhinav. Just give me. Right? Abhinav is a member of Toastmasters International since 2016 and has achieved the Distinguished Toastmaster Award. He has helped and organized a number of events, mentored speakers, and led at both at club as well as district level. Professionally, he has more than 16 years of experience in the retail domain, currently serving as Principal Quality Analyst at Oracle. Academically, he holds a Master's of Technology in Data Science and Engineering from BITS Pilani and Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science from the University of Rajasthan. Please give a warm welcome to DTM Abhinav. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Devi. I can see everybody online, but I can't see everybody offline. So if you can place a laptop showing the audience also, that would be great. Although not required, but I'm just saying. Okay, I hope everybody is doing good today. It rained very heavily in Bangalore. It is still raining, so it's a pretty good day. Unfortunately, for the people who are traveling to office, not so good day, but that's okay. Can we remove spotlight? People who want to see me, they can see me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Because I want to see the audience, otherwise I can't see them. Okay, so I hope everybody sees movies here. Is there no movie hater here? I hope. In India, everybody watches movies. More than cricket, people watch movies, so that is there. All right. So I'll tell you about one scenario. In 2010, I think, uh, I have not seen the trailer at all. My friends took me to a movie, and it was like I was new to Bangalore that time. So we went to Fame Shankar Nag. I don't know the new name now, but it's on the MG Road. So we watched the movie. It started to get. I knew all the characters as in the actors. They were all good. I give a hint. So there was Leonardo Caprio. There was this Joseph Lewitt. One guy was there, and so on. The movie became more and more complicated as we watched it. And by lunchtime, by interval, nobody had a clue what was going on. And everybody pretended that it's okay. Everybody's understanding it pretty fine. Dinesh is right. It's Inception. I had not seen the trailer at all. And I was assuming it's a heist movie. It was a heist movie. I didn't know it will go into dreams and all that. And not just one dream after dream. And there are 5 levels, 6 levels of dream after that. But eventually, when the movie ended, I enjoyed it. I can't say I understood it properly or fully. Thank you so much, Devi, for showing me the audience this way. This looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah. So all these kind of movies, we sometimes like to see. Some people enjoy them a lot. Some people don't enjoy them at all. But for me, if a movie, whatever movie kind of movie it is, it would last an impression on me, which makes me to think more on that, or makes me to dig about it more by googling it more about what the story plot line is, and whatever is how movie was conceptualized. That makes me more interested in movies. I know people like light movies, which is also great. People can watch light movies to relieve themselves of stress. They can enjoy that a lot. Comedy movies for sure. Or people like heavy drama movies also. But sometimes I also like movies which are kind of mind bending. Today we'll talk about such movies. I'll show a few examples also, the movies. Before we go on to that, because it's Toastmaster meeting, we have certain sessions in plan. And those sessions happen in every Toastmaster meeting. We have 3-part structure, like a movie has opening, main book thing, and climax. Same way, if we have the opening as prepared speeches, people who are members prepare speeches and deliver on the stage. Then we have table topics, which is the most fun part, which is the pre-climax part, in which people come on the stage and they're given an impromptu topic, then speak on it for 1 to 2 minutes. And lastly, we have evaluation, the climax, in which how did we do? Can we improve something on it or not? And to judge all that, as in to evaluate all the meeting altogether, we have somebody called general evaluator. And that is kind of the audience of the movie. They like it or not, we'll get to know. So today's general evaluator is somebody who has been a part of a club for more than a couple of years now. Whenever he's on the stage, he always makes sure that audience is always laughing. He plays badminton a lot, table tennis a lot. So please welcome, with a huge round of applause, to Pastor Ravindra, who just made into the room.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm playing the role of General Evaluator for today's session on this 505th meeting. So my role is to monitor whole session and what are the improvements to be done, what are the enhancements for the betterment of the meeting. So I'll be noting down the inputs, valuable points, and I will come at the end of the meeting with the points to be improved. So I'm not alone in this session. I'm not alone in this journey. I have a tag team, timer, accounter, and grammarian. So they will be helping me with their inputs so that I can give those inputs at the end of the session. So today the timer is being played by Baswaraj Arati. So about him, joined the HSR Toastmasters Club in June 2024 and currently working as a senior software engineer at Snyder Electric Private Limited. So hobbies, enjoying watching cricket and playing indoor games like chess, carom, etc. Also photography, and joined the Toastmaster to improve his communication and leadership skills. So this is about Baswaraj. So over to you, Baswaraj, and help explain your role.
Thank you, Ravindra. Good afternoon, all. I am Baswaraj. Today, I am taking a role of timer. Today's meeting, we have three sections. First is prepared speech section. The second is table topics. The third one is evaluation. The first prepared speech section, we have one icebreaker speech and one prepared speech. For icebreaker speech, the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. I have 3 cards. At 4 minutes, I'll show green card. And at 5 minutes, I'll show yellow card. At 6 minutes, I'll show red card. And for a prepared speech, there is a time limit for 5 to 7 minutes. So I'll show at 5 minutes green card, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. For each speech, there is a grace period of 30 seconds so that every speaker has to finish their speech. Otherwise, they are disqualified. Coming to the table topics. The time limit for table topic is 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute, I'll show green card. 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll show yellow card. And 2 minutes, I'll show red card. For this table topic also, there is a grace period of 30 seconds. So that speaker has to finish their speech. The last section, that is speech evaluation. Here, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. I'll show green card at 2 minutes and yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds and red card at 3 minutes. So this is my time role. So I'll come back with my report after the meeting. Thank you, and over to you, Ravindra.
Thank you, Baswaraj, for your clear explanation of your timer role. So next, I would like to call upon my supportive role, that is accounter, played by Toastmaster Dakshayani. So about Dakshayani, she is a software engineer, senior software engineer at Oracle, and has been working for over a year now. Her current interests are board games and experimenting with AI, while music and reading have been her lifelong passions. She enjoys creating things, ideation, building things, coding, and breaking things, security. So over to Dakshayani to explain her role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So today I'll be the counter. My job is to count the and any other filler words that you might be using inadvertently in your speeches. So be careful to ensure that you don't use too many of them. And whenever you feel like using a word that is a filler, you might consider taking a pause for effect instead. And it's okay to use filler words. There's nothing wrong with them. It's about overuse that we are trying to reduce right now. So let's go ahead and try to make sure that we don't overuse filler words in this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dakshayani, for explaining the accountant role. So next, I would like to invite the most important role, that is grammarian, which we all require to improve our communication and grammar. So it is played by Toastmaster Devi. So about Devi, she joined Oracle in 2023 and is now part of NetSuite as a channel sales manager. A casual glance at notice board led her to Oracle Trailblazers Club. And there has been no looking back since then. Her focus is to become a great public speaker, and she credits the club for all improvements. She loves traveling and Indian food and long walks. So over to Toastmaster Devi to explain grammarian role.
Master Ravindra. Once again, good afternoon, everyone. I will be the grammarian for the day. As a grammarian, my role is to observe and report the effective as well as ineffective use of language in the meeting. I will also be introducing the word of the day as well as phrase of the day. I highly encourage all of you to use the word as well as phrase while you speak at the session. So, phrase of the day is a blessing in disguise, a good thing that seemed bad at first, but turned out to be a good thing that seemed bad at first, but turned out to be good later. One of the best example can be today's rain. Today's rain have kind of choked the traffic, but then it has made the temperature cooler. So that's kind of a blessing in disguise. Word of the day, nostalgic, experiencing a sentimental yearning or wistful affection for a pastime, place, or experience, often associated with a sense of pleasure and sometimes a touch of sadness. The kulfi in summers brings lot of nostalgia because that brings back the fond memories of my childhood. So over to you, Toastmaster Ravindra. So please, I encourage once again to use the phrase and word of the day.
So thank you for the explaining the grammarian role. So for me, initial days of my joining Toastmasters is a blessing in disguise because I was feeling nervous and not able to deliver speeches properly. So now, during course of time, I improved my and reduced my stage fear skills, and I'm trying to improve my communication skills. So that's a disguise and a blessing. So next, I would like to hand over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Abhinav.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ravindra. Okay, before we start, let me ask the audience now, which is the most complex movie they have seen ever? Anybody can reply on chat, or they can speak if they want.
Predestination.
Predestination. Okay.
Tenet. Tenet was something I never understood.
Nobody understood Tenet. That is one thing. Anybody else? Any movies?
Inception.
Okay. Okay.
Lucia.
Yeah. It's a Kannada movie, right, Lucia?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to give few suggestions of movies which I liked. Like in the sense, not like I understood properly, but I liked them because they were made in a good way. So instead of showing PPT, I'll just change my background. I hope you can see that. Okay,
Yes.
how many people have seen this movie?
Space Odyssey.
Started, but incomplete.
Nobody has seen. Anybody?
Seen
Dinesh?
it and slept midway,
Oh.
and then suddenly woke up to the chimpanzees fighting.
That was the starting point of the movie.
That's how like I had to again come back to the beginning,
Okay.
and then it's very confusing. The music was good though, like the background
Yeah.
score.
Okay. So for those who have not seen the movie, I'll give a one-line summary. What the movie shows is that each point in human history in which people have made some jump, as in we were all monkeys at a point of time, or we didn't have much technology at some point of time, and we didn't go to space, and we didn't know much about anything at some point in time. Something happened, or something appeared, which made people do things, and then how we came up. For example, when we were all monkeys, a big, silver tower appeared in middle of nowhere, put by aliens, you can say, or put by somebody, and that made the monkeys think about something else instead of just being monkeys, and it goes on like this. Interestingly, the main computer in this movie is called HAL, which is like artificial intelligence computer. The best part of the movie is that movie came in 1968, 1 year before the moon landing, and the things they showed in the movie, not just technologically, what we have done is kind of imitation of that. Also, the graphics shown in the movie are beyond amazing. Because for a movie released in 1968, the kind of graphics they have shown is you have to see it to believe it. That they can do that or not, because there was no animation that time. That is first movie. I tell you about one more movie, then we'll go to the first section of the movie. How many have seen this movie? Coherence. Again, it's a recommendation to watch. This is a much easier, simpler movie to understand. So in this movie, the plot is that there's a friendly gathering at a home. People are having dinner and they're enjoying their meals and everything. At that same time, there's a comet passing above the sky. And the comet is supposed to be a bad omen, supposed to bring bad luck or something untoward has to happen. And it happens. So in this movie, the concept of parallel universe comes into picture. The house which was there, everybody was enjoying the house, gets copied into a different house as well. And the people intermingle with the houses and they don't trust each other and things happen. It's a pretty interesting movie. It's not very high budget movie. It's very low budget movie, but it's very interesting. And it's not like very complicated. Just the suspense and thriller part is that people don't know who they're interacting with because it's a parallel replica of their own. The two movies I've shared. I'll share more movies after this. But let us now move to the first section of the Toastmaster meeting. That is the prepared speeches. Today we have two speeches. The first one is the icebreaker speech. And it's expected after icebreaker speech, everybody will give a standing ovation to the speaker. Before I call upon the first speaker, let me call upon the first evaluator. So today, it's a guest evaluator, Toastmaster Vineela. She joined Toastmasters about 8 months back. Outside of Toastmasters and work, she enjoys playing instruments and reading. Can I ask Toastmaster Vineela to please introduce the object of the speech? And over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinav. A very good afternoon to everybody. Today, Toastmaster Manjunath will be attempting his very first speech, which is his icebreaker. The objective of this speech would be to introduce himself to the club and understand the basics of writing a speech. Timer, please note that the timing of the speech would be 4 to 6 minutes. And with that, like Toastmaster Abhinav mentioned, we'll give a small standing ovation as a mandatory ritual in Toastmasters. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhinav.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vineela. And thank you for giving us time and being an evaluator. All right. The first speaker today, are you good to start on that, Devi? Okay. Yeah. The first speaker today is somebody who joined our club very recently, about a month back. He's graduated from IIT Bombay in CSE department and joined Oracle in 2022, the DBAS 1View team. I'll not speak much about his thing because he's going to attempt his icebreaker anyways. But he joined Toastmasters to improve his public speaking, leadership skills, which are crucial for his upcoming journey. He likes to learn about business, finance, watching anime, and playing badminton. Please welcome, with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Manjunath.
Can you zoom in a bit before starting?
We have to zoom from the room.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think the evaluator will also be getting.
More?
Yeah, more.
Yeah, more.
And fill up as well.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many of you know on which year Padma Shri was introduced in India? Okay. It's not an examination. I will answer the question. So it's 1954. Okay. In 1954, there was an act, and Padma Shri was enacted that it should be given to the top individuals who contributed to the society. Okay. Why am I saying that? So one of the top earners of the Padma Shri is actually from my town, Bengaluru. Okay. So his name is Machani Somappa. He is one of the first among 15-20 people who got Padma Shri. So Toastmasters and guests, let me take you through my journey. Okay, so I am Manjunath. I hail from town near Kurnool district from Andhra Pradesh, Bengaluru. Okay, so and my both parents were teachers. So coming from a educational background, they were just asking me to study hard. So I was a good student from childhood onwards, and one thing led to another, one thing led to another, and my father spoke to a teacher in my school, and he suggested my father that Manjunath should be sent to Vijayawada for better studies. So to get a perspective, Vijayawada is a quota of South. So in every street you would find a institution who are preparing for JEE or medicine, everything. Okay, so I went to Vijayawada for my higher studies and my JEE preparation and all. So they said getting into IIT would be the best one can ask for. So if you go into IIT, your life would be set. That's what my parents were saying from my childhood. So I don't know anything, so I studied for that. So 5 years of grinding with limited exposure to outer world. So finally got into IIT Bombay in computer science department. I thought my life is set. Then I understood that I'm not the only one who is here. There are lots of people. These people are the cream of the India. So who have studied very well. I cannot just waste my time here and expect that life would be gone. So I studied and harder there. So there are a lot of people who are working hard, who are smart people. So I have to compete with them now. So life went and third year I got into Oracle internship. Luckily after a lot of interviews and all. So after my internship, so I got a PPO. I luckily accepted it without any much further thought. My parents were saying that you should have gone for more. So because most of my friends from IIT Bombay were just rejecting Oracle PPO just like that. It's nothing. So but I had a different thought process of what is job. I mean, there are a lot of confusions about what is job anyway. It's paying me money. A lot of confusion thoughts. So finally I accepted it. So one year again passed by and I finally graduated. So after graduation, I realized that there should be much more I should be doing. So most of my friends got into very well startups, which were paying almost 70 to 80 LPA. Some people even got 1 year packages as well. But I was just confused. So why these people are not starting any startups or starting any businesses? Why are these people choosing jobs over entrepreneurship? Lot of confusions, lot of radical thoughts, not sure what is happening. So, but finally, my parents were happy that I got Oracle, I got placed on Oracle, I accepted Oracle PPO and all. So this continued for 1 year. So I was having different thoughts. I was getting awkward with the other activities, which I think I owned, like going to gym or learning keyboard or playing badminton for myself, or going to gym in such a way, if I say that. So there were a lot of things I am doing. So and in the meanwhile, my cousins also suggested that I should take a master's and get a better job. Again thoughts. I asked the same question: what would happen if I go into masters? They said you will get a better job. But I asked, can I own anything? No, you don't own anything. You will be again given a job which has a better package. That didn't satisfy me again. So I was just doing my job, and so in the weekends I was just watching anime. I was just playing badminton, going with the flow. So again, this happened for one and a half year. Again, so I was searching for purpose of my life actually. So I was searching for what should I do? What is the purpose of my life? Okay, so then luckily one and a half year after me starting a job, I got a very good opportunity along with my job, and I started just like that without thinking anything. So I felt that this is the one thing that I can own on myself, and I can start building on myself. Okay, so after starting that project, I felt like I got my purpose. So where Manjunath is running actually, where I have to run. I got all these clarities and I started that project, and it's going very well. And what is that project? What is it all about? Is again another story for another day. So actually, life took a very different turn when I started that project. So I would like to talk more about that, but I think my speech is just got overstretched. I don't know. I've written down all the points. So I would like to thank all my Toastmasters clubs, guests and all. So it's a nostalgic to go through on the memory line, and yeah, that's it. Give my over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manjunath, and all the best for your journey, not only in Oracle or entrepreneurship, as well as in Toastmasters. Wish you all the best. Okay, now we have second speaker. Before I come to that, I'll just tell about one more movie, which I really didn't understand, but I want to talk about it anyways. I am pretty sure nobody would have watched this movie. It's called Primer. Sorry, Primer. Anybody has seen this?
No.
Again, a low budget movie. I think, I don't know if people will watch it or not. Is it available anywhere or not? But the concept is really important in the sense it's about time travel, but not a huge time travel, not like in past you're going. This movie shows that there's a machine people created. You can only go back 6 hours in past. Only 6 hours. But the interesting concept here again is that 6 hours also the machine was present. And if you use the machine again, you might go 6 hours again back. And you can go 6 hours again back till the point the machine was present. And how friendship gets broken, how mistrust happens within all this time travel journey is the concept of the movie. Okay. So at least out of 3 movies I told you about, you can watch Coherence, which is the most easiest to understand. This is slightly tougher. 2001 Space Odyssey, you should watch for the graphics. And Stanley Kubrick is the director of that movie. He has made many more movies which are very interesting as well. Now I move on to the second speaker for today. And before I call upon the speaker, I'd like to call upon the evaluator for that speech. He is our ex-president, the immediate past president. He is part of Oracle Retail team from last few years. And he has also been an officer in the past as well. He was VP PR earlier and then the president of the club. So please welcome with a huge round of applause again Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Abhinav. So today my target speaker is Toastmaster SaiAkash. Toastmaster SaiAkash is attempting his L1 P3. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance his speech. My target speaker has chosen to be evaluated on vocal variety alone. The timings, as has been mentioned by Vasavraj, is 5 to 7 minutes. But before I start, Vasavraj, there is an issue with your background. Because of the background, we are not able to see the cards. So if you could just remove your virtual background, that would be helpful.
Yeah, okay. I'm doing now.
Yeah. So let's just confirm that.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
He showed cards during my speech.
Couldn't see actually. Yeah, he did. But he couldn't see them because the background was gone.
I thought I completed my speech within 4 minutes.
Now is it visible?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's visible.
it's better. It's better. Like
Better,
if you
I'll
could.
show this card only because changing a background, it takes time and it is a time delay process. So I'll show
Okay.
Okay.
cards like this.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Toastmaster Sai, all the best, and you may pin Vasavraj as a timer. Back to you, Toastmaster Abhinav, distinguished Toastmaster Abhinav. Takes time.
So, thank you so much, Dinesh. And I hope the timer thing is now sorted. So let me call upon the second speaker for today. He's currently serving as a current VP Education of the club. He joined Oracle in 2023, and he's here to learn effective communication and get rid of stage fear. Although he loves dogs more, but he has a cat for some reason at his home. He likes coffee, and he loves trying different delicacies everywhere. The title of the speech is The Most Important Phone Call of His Life. The most important phone call of my life was my SaiAkash.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Abhinav. Can you confirm if I'm audible and visible? Yep.
Yes.
Thank you. So let's begin. Have you ever felt your life slow down before something really unexpected is going to happen? That was me. I was in Agra. It was 4 a.m. in the morning. The streets were completely empty. The sky was still dark. The roads were empty with no vehicles, except for one guy, the rickshawala. It was like almost he was waiting for me to go there. And of course, I spoke to him. It was 4 a.m. in the morning. I was tired. I just wanted a bed to sleep, put my head on, and I just wanted a local guide. He offered to show me around. He said, I can take you to the Taj Mahal, the Agra Fort, and a few local stops. I agreed. I just wanted to get it done. So yeah, on the way, we stopped at a hotel. It was still 4:30, and the Taj Mahal didn't open till 6 a.m. So I stopped at a hotel for a quick nap, and he promised to come back at 6 a.m. to pick me up. I was a little hesitant, but he did come back. So that was a very good thing for me. So we stopped at Taj Mahal first at 6 a.m. I was one of the very early people to go there, and I was just about to leave the rickshaw and go towards Taj Mahal is when he told me, Bhaiya, apna bag yahan chhod do. My mind had a different thought. What? This bag has everything of mine. It has my work laptop, it has my wallet, it has my power bank, it has everything. An inner voice told me, do not leave it. But again, the rickshawala told me, भैया इतना टेंशन मत लो, मेरे आधार कार्ड का फोटो ले लेना, मेरे फोन का फोटो ले लेना, सॉरी मेरे ऑटो रिक्शा नंबर का फोटो ले लेना, बस टेंशन मत लेना. That was a little relieving and reassuring. And with that, I left my bag with him. I went to the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is something people call a monument, but according to me, it's not a monument. It's a moment you have to experience in person. I had gone to Taj Mahal for the first time in my life, and it's it's something which I still can't describe. It's something which you have to go there and experience. I was sitting there in awe of the Taj Mahal and how it could even be built. The people were in groups. There were many people, but it was complete silence. There was no noise. My thoughts, my brain was empty. I was just in the moment. This is something which one can never experience in a city or at least in our day-to-day work life. Then my next stop was Agra Fort. So I went off Taj Mahal. I went to the rickshaw guy. He told me, okay, I'll take you to the Agra Fort. Again, I went to the Agra Fort. Again, it was completely mesmerizing. Really enjoyed it. Right after getting done with Agra Fort tour, I came out. There was still a thought lingering in my head. Where's my bag? I remember having it on my back. Then I remembered, oh yes, the rickshaw guy has my bag. I came out of Agra Fort. I opened my phone and I dialed his number. First try, it rang. Tring, 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 tring. I was expecting him to lift. He didn't. No answer. I thought, okay, he must be driving. He's a rickshaw guy. It's difficult for him to answer. Second try. Again, ring. And usually, if someone is not answering, you will let it ring forever. So there was 2 crucial minutes of my life. When he didn't pick the second call also, I was a little tensed. What is happening? Why is he not answering my call? Then came the third attempt. Ring. And a sudden cut. At this point, I was completely panicking. The reels I used to watch in my free time came into my mind. If you have called someone and it rings and you get a sudden cut, it means they have blocked you. I don't know if this was true or if it was not, but in the moment, I was completely panicking. I had no idea what to do. My bag was with him. He had my laptop, he had my wallet, he had my power bank, and I was in a city where I didn't actually know anyone. All I had was my phone. I was completely tensed. I tried to calm myself down. I said, calm down. It's fine. You'll figure out something. Right at that moment, I could see a policeman across the road. I was a little relieved. I was about to go there, then something crossed my mind. Yes, the Aadhaar card, which I had a photo of. With shaky hands, I opened my phone and I started scrolling. I finally found the Aadhaar card, which the rickshaw guy had asked me to take a photo of. Just when I was about to cross the road, my phone rang. And guess who it was? Any guesses?
Rickshaw guy.
Yes, it was the rickshaw guy. That call was one of the most important phone calls of my life. I was in a city where I didn't know anyone. I didn't have anything except my phone on myself. My money was in my bag. My bag was missing. The rickshaw guy was missing. But the moment he called me back, I was too happy. And guess what he told me? भैया मैं सो गया था जरा इसलिए आपका phone call मिस हो गया. At that moment, I had a giggle in my mind. I chuckled and I realized life is funny at times. Where I had this whole story made up in my mind about him stealing my bag, him being part of a mafia as well. All these thoughts came into my mind. Then I realized, no, it's not as dark as life seems. So yeah, that was the most important call of my life, and it also taught me a few lessons. That lesson one, it's okay to trust people at times. But it doesn't hurt to be a little cautious, like taking the photo of the Aadhaar card or taking the photo of the rickshaw guy. And second, when you feel like your life is going down the drain and nothing is going right, being hopeful helps. And in my case, it was me thinking that someone had mugged me or I was robbed. But turns out it was just a sleepy rickshaw guy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for such a nostalgic kind of speech, because everybody has been in such situations, I guess. We all face issues of trust, and good that you didn't get actually mugged there, but otherwise it would have made a better story, I guess.
That is true. But bad stories do make good Toastmaster content.
That's okay. Good that you didn't get mugged. All right. Moving on to the next section, which is the fun part of the Toastmasters meeting. And today, the person who's going to not attempt, as in who's going to conduct the table topic session, has a lot of posters behind her as well of the movies which people might have seen, but they are actually interesting because Interstellar, Prestige, I guess, or some Prison Break, or I don't know what that's written there, whatever, something written there. You can get to know more on that. Today, the table topic master is played by Srushti from HSR Toastmasters Club. She rejoined Toastmasters in 2025 February after a 3-year gap. Earlier, she was part of her college Toastmasters Club. Currently, she works in Deutsche Bank as a senior operation analyst, and she's obsessed with self-development, growth and learning, and always looking for ways to improve herself. So please welcome for the table topic session, Toastmasters Srushti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinav. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing this fine Wednesday?
Good, great.
Great.
Awesome. So yeah, let me begin. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that everything you thought was real wasn't. Or stepping into a world where time bends, memories shift, and reality is questioned at every turn. If you've ever watched a movie that left you staring at the credits in shock, thinking, what just happened? Then you already know the thrill of a mind bending movie. Today, I am your table topics master, and we are diving into a world where nothing is quite what it seems like. Just like in these movies, you will be given a topic that might challenge your perception, spark creativity, and make you think outside the box. So buckle up because in this session, anything is possible. Before we start, I'd like to give you guys some tips to help you structure your impromptu speech through a method known as Oreo. If you guys thought about the famous biscuit, great. But let me now put a different perception of what Oreo is and what I mean when I say it is. So Oreo is a word which I would like to expand each alphabet of. O stands for opening opinion. R stands for reason. E stands for example. O stands for closing opinion. Using this method, it can help you structure a well-rounded speech, giving you a base to think on your toes and having a flow throughout your speech. So without further ado, let's begin. May I get someone to volunteer first? Is anyone interested to volunteer for the first
Okay, I'll go.
speech?
Hi, Srushti.
Hello, may I know your name, please?
Shailu Srivastava.
Okay, hello. So your speech for the day is: a scientist approaches you with a red pill and a blue pill. One shows you the truth, the other lets you forget everything. Which do you choose and why? You
Thank you so
understood
much. Yes.
You want me to put it on the chat?
So that's fine. Thank you so much to
Okay.
Toastmaster Srushti for the topic. It's a very interesting topic. Like in our daily life, we deal with many things. Maybe if you can just talk about your love life, you get heartbreaks, you deal with breakups, and also sometimes you can forget all the things, but on the other hand, you think that okay, someone has betrayed you, but you need to know the truth. What is the truth behind that? So I think there should be some balance between that. If a scientist can approach me, just like I can say half of the tablet of blue and half of the tablet of red, that would be more easy for me, because sometimes it's not very easy that we can just get the truth and we can just deal with it, because we know truth is harsh and truth is bitter truth we can say. So it's not very easy. So I can think say half and half, because that's the life and that's we want to move on. Sometimes we need to know the truth. That is very much important. And sometimes we really want to forget our past, what happened, and in our real life, in our work life as well. What happened? Suppose your boss has you have a tough discussion with your boss, but you can't really forget that moment. Like okay, maybe the discussion was not good for you, but you have to work with your boss, so you need to know all the points what he has put down for you. So again, as I said, half of the blue and half of the red would definitely work for me. Thank you so much, Srushti. Back to you.
That was a very wise answer, let me say. Anyone else who would like to volunteer for the next topic? Anyone online?
I'd like to go.
Okay. I believe you're Mr. Dinesh, right?
Before I start, Shallow, you will be swallowed by the matrix if you do that.
I'm sorry? I didn't
Like
get you.
if he does like mix both the pills, so he will be swallowed by the matrix. You just not knew.
That's true. So
Okay.
yeah. Toastmaster Dinesh, your topic is: you find a door in your house that wasn't there before. It leads you to an alternative version of your life. Describe what you see. You want me to repeat it?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a door, and it's very weird that I haven't seen that door, but suddenly I see that door and open. And what do I see? I see the CEO. I see the CEO of X. I know you guys hate him. The present, whatever earth we live in, the present CEO of X, you hate him. But this CEO, I mean, he is such a dashing guy. His cumulative wealth is so much that you would not be like, there is not even a word invented for that. Like, billion, trillion, you don't even have a word for that amount of wealth. So I am in awe of this person, who this dashing young person is, with such a charming face, and I would say, like, an awesome physique also. In addition to that, he is like a master in AI, it seems. I don't know. For some reason, he doesn't need Chat GPT. You just ask him the question, he would just make a Ghibli art of yours. Like, he'll just answer it in that format. So, we know we all strive to be this person, but then this person is real. So what I do is I get into that world and I experience that person wholeheartedly, because I know that in this present earth, I'm not going to be the same. So let me just experience this alternative version of myself. That's all my imagination could think of. Thank you.
That was very interesting, Dinesh. Very interesting. And to top it up, if you guys want something similar to this topic, there is actually a series called Lock and Key on Netflix, where, the crux of this is that, there are three siblings who go to their ancestral home and they find keys mysteriously, and each key leads to a door that they've never seen before, and each door leads to a very unique room. So it's a very interesting series, so you can look it up. So, yeah. And moving on to the next speaker, who would like to volunteer next? Hello. Toastmaster Manjunath, your icebreaker was indeed amazing. Congratulations on completing your first speech.
Thank you so much.
I'll move on to your table topics. Okay. You wake up in someone else's body, but you have only 24 hours before you switch again. How do you use your time? And whose body have you actually woken up in? Please let me know if you'd like me to repeat it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. So, if I had a chance that for 24 hours I could be in someone else's body and I could experience the possibilities of that guy can experience, so I would like to choose a life of a billionaire, obviously. So the time freedom that I'd be having in the 24 hours, I could do anything. It's like I can just go out to any place just like that, board a charter plane for myself, board my parents along with me, travel with them with different countries. As of now, I'm not doing any of them. So if I had a chance, I would like to take my parents to Kashmir, like to take them to Netherlands. I would like to travel to Australia. I mean, most of the thing I would be doing is to travel. So other than that, I still have some time left. I would be investing in something in, like, what to say, for public purpose. Like, there's a lot of things that rich people are not addressing because they are so big, they're so selfish these days. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they were so having money and they want to double it at any point of time. They don't want to put their money for the betterment of the masses. So if I had time, I would be donating money to charities. I would be having money for the people who are not having them. So Yeah, so I believe in a motto that rise yourself to help mankind. So if I already risen to such a level of a billionaire, I would be happy to help mankind. That's it.
Like an entire lifetime lived in 24 hours. Interesting. Very interesting. Who would like to go next?
I can go next.
Yeah. SaiAkash, before we go to you, I want to recommend two movies that was in relation to the topic I just asked Manjunath. That was there is a movie called Change Up and Freaky Friday, where there are two best friends who actually change the souls of their bodies. And Freaky Friday is about a mom and daughter whose souls get exchanged. So it's very interesting, very funny, and nice movie. So you can look it up. And SaiAkash, before we move on to you, yeah, your topic for table topics today would be one day you realize that everyone around you is just an actor in a reality show about your life. How do you react? And I think a lot of you already know which movie I'm telling in relation to as well. Yes, you can go ahead.
The issue is I haven't completely watched the movie, so I'll have to come up with something on my own. Yep. So I wake up a Monday morning and I realize that I'm not waking up in my own bed. It's something which is not mine. The people around me are someone who I actually don't know. It's just that I have seen them. I don't know where they come from, when I have met them, or what do they even do. All I do is get out of my bed, go to office, work with a few people who I don't really talk to, and come back. But that Monday, I realized, oh, this is something different. And I think the first thing which I would do is try to find my parents, because I think that's the only people I know who will answer to my questions really properly. Because if I talk to anyone else, there's a very good chance they'll be one of the cast or someone who is programmed or scripted. And finding my parents would actually be a challenge because I'm not sure if I'm in a set or is this a whole thing in a different country or what it is. And I think the internet is something which I might use where I'll go through my phone and see if where actually I am. Maybe if that's also programmed, I will have to think of something else, like maybe finding a glitch in the matrix so that I can get out of it. But yeah, it's a very challenging thing to do. But yeah, what I have in mind is try to figure out my way out of this set and find people who I trust, who I can talk to about it. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Thank you, and a very interesting topic. Thank you, Srushti.
Thank you. That was a very nice answer. And the movie in relation to this particular topic is the very famous The Truman Show, where it's actually very common, but you should really look it up. He gets up one day and gets to know that his wife, everyone is like literally actors in a reality show. It's scary, thrilling at the same time, but yeah, nice to know your take on that. Do I have time for more speakers, or do we wrap up the table topics section?
If somebody wants to do one more, we can.
Of course. Anybody else wants to take up another topic?
I can go.
Yes. And you are, yeah, Toastmaster Karthik. Hello, Toastmaster Karthik.
Okay.
Your table topic for today is, yeah, your phone suddenly starts showing messages from someone claiming to be you from another timeline. What do you think they will say? And how will you react to all of this? Let me know if you want me to repeat the question, the topic.
I got it. Okay. I imagine my phone ringing. Probably it's ringing in a different tone than I have set it because it's ringing in a different time zone or a different realm zone. And I pick it up. I hear my voice speaking to me saying, Karthik, what are you doing? So I reply back saying, who is this? And this guy says, Karthik, Karthik is calling Karthik. Okay, I get curious. Okay, so you are me, myself. Okay, good. And from where are you speaking? Which time zone are you? Which realm are you in? So this person is in reality, is far ahead of me, I imagine. And my Gemini is speaking behind me. It has sensed something and it's actually speaking behind me. Okay, but this person is, I imagine, is far ahead of me, maybe say 20 years ahead. And this Karthik is free of job, free of the financial burden, free of the responsibilities which I don't want to take. And this person says, Karthik, you don't have to do what you're doing. You don't have to take your job. Maybe you enjoy Toastmasters, focus on that. Maybe you enjoy your running, focus on that. You may not achieve everything in your career if you want to continue. I reply back saying, how can you say that? I don't have that much of money and I have a lot of responsibilities and all. So I'll be curious to know what happens next. I'll be curious to know what happens in the coming years through which I can take decisions now and be free of the freedom which I look forward in next 20 years to come. So I'll be curious to know about that. Maybe it will help me change and make few decisions. I'll be better informed, but I'll be very curious to know about that. Thank you.
That was very nice. I like the way you actually gave a setting for the entire scenario. That was very well done, Karthik.
Thank you.
I see Maria Chaudhary's hand raised. Maria, would you like to still take up a topic?
Yeah, sure. I'm in for
Okay.
it.
Yes. Okay. Your topic would be okay, yeah. A stranger hands you a USB drive and says, plug this in if you want to know the truth. Do you do it? What happens next? And what do you assume the truth will come out of? Could be anything, your personal life, professional life, the world, the matrix, anything. Go for it. Let me know if you'd like me to repeat the topic.
Hey, Srushti. Yeah, sounds great. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Wow, that seems like a perfect movie scenario. Okay, so somebody gives me a USB drive. I'll try to disconnect myself first from the network. Use one of my like machines that I usually don't use, which I don't have any much data on. I will try to use to put in the USB drive, and which is fully secured, of course, with all the latest McAfee and all the securities, right? So I know even if something bad happens, it's able to, any of the files could be detected if they're bad. So first thing I do is run this through a scanner. And to my luck, nothing comes up. It's a safe file. So I said, let me go ahead. I open it. And any guesses what it had? It had a file, right? The truth, it was a letter that my sister had written to me many years ago. And I was not in talking terms with my sister. So I decided, okay, why not? Let me go for this. So I opened this. And there she is telling me her story. What happened to her? Why did she not complete her MBBS degree? What was it? Why was it that she had to stop midway and decided that was not the profession for her? It was heartbreaking at first. I wish she had talked to me directly about this so I could talk to my parents and guide her. But I realized she's happy that she's an advocate now. I realized that she's happy choosing her own profession and career. Thank you. So it was well done. Thanks.
Great one, Maria. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, thank you so much, Srushti.
Yeah, okay. That was a great one, Maria. I don't know if it's true or not, but
No, it's makeup.
that's actually a great scene, great scenario for a movie, like you said. So yeah, do we still have time for like more speakers, or do we wrap up the table topic section?
Time to wrap up now because you have 10 minutes only now.
Perfect, perfect. I just want to thank all the speakers. It was very interesting, the ways you all came up with your own version of the takes of every topic. Just so you all know, I am someone who loves talking about all of this, conspiracy theories, matrix simulation, because I am like a hardcore believer that that I'm in a simulation. So anytime anybody wants to strike up a conversation on this, I'm all in. It was great getting to know you guys and your perceptions of these topics. Lovely people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can you round of applause for Srushti, please? Everybody enjoyed it a lot. Okay, before we wrap up and move to the general evaluation section, the movies behind me are some of the recommendations from my side again. One is Looper, not that a great movie, but good concept. Truman Show we already talked about. One movie we should talk about is Minority Report. It's really, really good. It's like using AI for predicting tomorrow what will happen. If there's a crime going to happen, catch the crime before the crime happens. Catch the criminal before the crime happens. Another movie is which is we talked about earlier. It's pretty good movie. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. One of the really good movies I've seen actually. It's like two people are there who love each other, but they hate each other as well. So they want to erase their mind memories of those two people. But because they love each other so much, they again meet and fall in love again. Very good movie. You should watch it. Prestige and Illusionist are kind of similar kind of movies. Not exactly same, but good movies in like magical sense. And they use science and all that as well. And one series I recommend is Dark on Netflix. It's about time travel. It came I think in the time when COVID was going on, so I binge watch it like 3 days or whatever. So I hope you all watch these movies so that we can have a good discussion about them the next session maybe later on. With that being said, now let me call upon the general evaluator, Mr. Ravindra, for the evaluation section, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So I have come back with my tag team as a general evaluator. So I will be calling my. So sorry, before that evaluations, right, Abhinav?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
So I would like to call evaluations for the respective speeches. So first for speech one, I would like to call Toastmaster Vineela for her evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Vineela.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. First off, a very good evening to everyone, and a special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Manjunath. Congratulations on completing your first speech in Toastmasters. Here's to more such speeches and more such wonderful speeches, I would say. Today, Toastmaster Manjunath, you took us on a journey of your life and you gave us a glimpse of your childhood, how you entered IIT Bombay and almost rejected your Oracle PPO. What a journey filled with ups and downs. So thank you so much for running us through your entire journey in the time limit of 4 to 6 minutes. Let's come to the highlights and the areas of challenges of your speech. First highlight of your speech would be your confidence. I think for an icebreaker, to just stand there, it's a lot of effort, and you had so much confidence throughout your entire speech. You gave us a glimpse of how your childhood was, how your journey in Vijayawada was, how you almost rejected your Oracle PPO. So a smooth, crisp journey with confidence was something that I really appreciated in your entire speech. Number two, your humor. You had witty lines throughout your entire speech. Let me give you an example of a couple of them that I really liked. When you said Vijayawada is a quota of South, I could relate because I'm from Andhra, so that was a very relatable line for me as well. Second, when you said once you get into IIT, your entire life is set. That is pretty much the misconception of a lot of people. And then you broke it to us saying that no, my life was not set. So that I really love that line as well. And lastly, almost rejecting your PPO in Oracle like it was nothing. I love that because it was a very witty line, because
you had an offer from such a big company and you were going to reject that. So that, throughout the speech, you had these witty lines throughout, and I loved the humor that you used in your speech today. Just one area of challenge that I had would be your conclusion. As much as I loved your intro and your entire body of the speech, just adding a little bit in your conclusion, because you ended with saying that thank you so much to the guests. Rather, I would have loved to see how you actually came into Toastmasters. Maybe a line or two on how you came into Toastmasters. What do you want to become in Toastmasters would be something that I would love to see, and probably work upon even more in the future as well. So that is something that we could look at. So with your humor and your confidence, just working a little bit on the conclusion for your upcoming speeches will take your speech from good to great. And I cannot wait to see what more you have in store for us in the next couple of months and couple of years as well. So all the very, very best to you. And with that, back to you, Toastmaster Abhinav. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Vineela, for that wonderful evaluation. I hope speaker would have got the valuable inputs so that he can inculcate in your future speeches. So next, I would like to welcome evaluator for the next speech, Toastmaster Dinesh, to give his evaluation.
Thank you, General Evaluator Ravindra. I hope I'm audible and visible too. Okay. So today's theme of the meeting is mind-bending movies. And with such a thrilling story, my target speaker took us on a roller coaster of emotions. Now, we do understand his excitement to visit Agra for the first time, but how come you leave your precious possession at someone else's disposal is still a question that my Indian mind asks. That's a different story. I'll talk to him about that. But now, coming to the highlights of the speech. To start with, the storytelling in the speech was extremely engaging. Now, I can vouch for each and everyone in the audience. We were all on the edge of our seat. Like, what is Toastmaster SaiAkash up to? How is this related to the phone call? You know, the title of the story. He just visited to Agra. Did he get a phone call for a new job or something like that? So, I would say the way the story was written, we were not sure what was happening, although a little bit of glimpse we had, but definitely till the end, we were not sure where this was heading. And that's the recipe of making a perfect thriller movie. We all know by now. The second point, the the vocabulary used were very simple and soothing, and it kind of made the engagement of the audience even stronger. So kudos to you on using such simple words, I would say, and it's not in any negative sense. I would encourage everyone to actually use simple words when they are telling a story. It just builds a better connect. Okay, now since this is L1P3 and I was specifically asked to focus on the voice modulation, so Toastmaster SaiAkash did a wonderful job on the voice modulations, and there were several places where voice modulation was actually needed to show the excitement of seeing Taj Mahal. And the very next scene where he was just astounded by the calmness that Taj Mahal had. And for that, he actually referred that he was early on, like he was at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. That is the reason why Taj Mahal seems so calm. Otherwise, we know how populated it gets. So voice modulation was used throughout the speech. Now coming to certain improvements around voice modulation only, I would say there was like panic, right? When the call was not attended. The panic, I couldn't hear it in your voice. So maybe work a little bit on the panic part of it. The the calmness was there in your voice, but the panic or the high pitched part of the voice was not could be done better. And yeah, there was this one place where you were speaking something in Hindi. I would request you to even translate the same in English, because some people might not understand Hindi. So make it a practice to translate that. The challenge, the third point is the ending felt a little abrupt to me, where you just ended with a thank you, and I was kind of expecting something more. I would challenge you, since you are in an online setting, the next time you go for an online setting, I would challenge you to actually stand up. I know it would be difficult, but let's give it a try. Let's figure out the ergonomics, how it works, but let's do that for once. With that, I'll conclude. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator Ravindra.
For that evaluation. So next, I would like to call upon tag team, timer, accounter, and grammarian. So for timer, I would like to call up Basavaraj to give his timer report.
Just give me 1 minute. I'll make it out. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay, sure. And today,
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me share my screen. My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is the timer detailed report for the meeting 505. So first, presiding officer Devi took 6 minutes, 15 minutes, and Abhinav took 4 minutes, 25 seconds. The later part also I noted 1.24 minutes. Ravindra, till now I have not noted down. And while introduction, I taken 1 minute 25 seconds. Dakshani, I counter 1 minute 10 seconds. Grammarian Devi 1 minute 7 seconds. Prepared speech section, Manjunath took 6 minutes 25 seconds. And SaiAkash 6 minutes 39 seconds. In the Evaluator, Vineela took 2 minutes 46 seconds. Dinesh took 3 minutes 50 seconds. And coming to the table topics, the first speaker, Shailo, Toastmaster, 1 minute 24 seconds. Dinesh, 1 minute 47 seconds. Manjunath took 1 minute 48 seconds. SaiAkash, 1 minute 28 seconds. And Karthik, 2 minutes 6 seconds. Maria took 1 minute 38 seconds. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you. Over to you, G.
Thank you, Basavaraj, for that detailed report. Not only the speeches and the table topics, but you have taken all the role takers' time as well. That's a wonderful report and crisp and clear. So next, I would like to call. So today, Devi is not in the session, so because of meeting, so she is doubling up the role as an accountant. Dakshani is doubling up the role as an accountant and grammarian. So I would like to welcome her to give her report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello again. So today I believe I'll start with the accountant report and then move on to the grammarian one. For the accountant report, I noticed that most of us didn't use that many filler words, but I would like to especially call out people who use the least filler words, and I think they would be Toastmaster Dinesh and Toastmaster Srushti and Toastmaster Vineela. All of your speeches were, or all of your presences on stage were somewhat impromptu, but in spite of that, I could see that you didn't use a lot of filler words, so that is amazing. And even in the prepared speeches, the number of R's, ums, and other filler words were quite less. So I think we are doing a great job there. Now, moving on to the grammarian report, I'll be reading this on behalf of our president, Toastmaster Devi. So the phrase of the day was blessing in disguise, and the word of the day was nostalgia. And it was used quite sparingly, I would say. phrase of the day was only used by Toastmaster Ravindra, and word of the day was used by Toastmaster Manjunath and Toastmaster Abhinav. I'm very sorry and I apologize if I missed anybody else. Please let me know and take credit right now in case we miss someone. But yeah, that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dakshani, for a wonderful report about our counter and grammarian, and also for doubling up the role. So now let me come with the report of for the whole session. So first starting, we have some technical glitches regarding the setting up of Zoom, so which was delayed for about 10 minutes. So so that next time let us be on time before time, maybe 20 minutes or 50 minutes before, so that we can clear out all the technical glitches and start the meeting on time. So that's about, so that we can follow it from the next meeting. So first of all, kudos to Devi for she has taken up the doubled up the role for president, as well as starting introduction of the meeting. So she has doubled up. So and coming to the Toastmaster of the day, Abhinav has come up with an interesting topic on movies. So about movies, as it is a session about movies, I recently watched 2 movies. One is Skywatch. Sorry, that is Akshay Kumar's movie. Anybody watched that?
Skyforce.
Skyforce. So I recently watched that movie. That is very interesting, and it says about, it's in 1965 movie, which the pilot about the planes clearly describes the technology that differs between American plane technology and Indian planes. So in American technology, it's infrared. They use some heat sensors. So that was easily tackled by Indian pilot, and they later on came to know that Americans came to know that heat sensors are not much useful, then they transferred to infrared technology. So that's some technical point I got through that movie. So just I want to explain. So and so the Toastmaster of the day, Dinesh, is clearly addressed and interacted everyone up. He made interesting, and everybody interacted with him because it's an interesting topic on movies. And coming to role takers, timer, our counter, and our counter and grammarian played by Dakshini. She gave a wonderful report. And timer, thanks to Basuraj for he joined our session. He's not from different club, so he took and he gave the detailed report. And coming to table topics session, it was very interesting. Table topics by Srushti. So every speaker gave an interesting explanation on their views. So it was very interesting for everybody of us. So we learned some new things from those speeches. So that's it about from my end, and I don't want to say about evaluations. Evaluations, they might have received valuable feedback from their respective evaluators. So over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Abhinav.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravindra. Yeah, for general evaluation, I'll share the screen now for the ballot. People, please vote for the best speakers today. There's also a URL which I shared on Zoom chat. You can also scan the QR code to reach the ballot. I'll give you 10 seconds for scanning. I hope everybody has scanned. We got 6 responses till now. I'll just wait for maybe 2 more responses. Till that happens, since Devi is not here, any feedback for us as a club? Anybody wants to pitch in? The guests who are from HSR Toastmasters Club today, or any member who wants to speak something, please go ahead and tell your experience today, how you felt during the meeting, anything you want to share.
I'd like to go a little.
Yeah, please.
I think the meeting was wonderful. I've been wanting to join your meeting for a couple of weeks now, but I've been a bit caught up. So I finally got the opportunity to first off join, and not just join as like a normal member, but as an evaluator. So I was definitely a bit nervous to give the evaluation today. But I think all the speakers, as well as the way the entire meeting was conducted, especially when we say it's an online setting, there are chances that sometimes you get disengaged from the topics, but I think TMOD as well as the evaluators, the speakers today had done a wonderful job. So it's wonderful to see it. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to take up the role, and looking forward to coming in again, probably as an evaluator or just to be a table topic speaker sometime. With that, back to you, Abhinav.
Thank you for joining, Vineela. Really, wonderful for having so much guests today, and doing evolution also is a great thing. I forgot to add Maria in the table topic speaker because the form was already created.
It's okay, no problem.
But yeah. Okay. Anybody else wants to share something? Srushti, Baswaraj, or yeah, please.
So just to inform you all, this is actually my first ever external club meeting, and I got the topic last night, and I had to prepare everything today. What I'd like to say is it was a very new and interesting experience, and I'd like to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. It was very nice to meet new people, understand how different speakers have their different tones of speaking and everything. Yeah, it's great actually. It was nice.
Thank you so much again for joining, and such a great topics everybody could speak upon. It was really great. Okay, anybody else has to say something, or I can go ahead with the results of the speeches today. Okay, if nobody is there, so today is a great fight between everybody because so many good speakers were there. So for the best speaker today, the best speaker today is SaiAkash. Best evaluator today, because Dinesh got disqualified as well. So Toastmaster Vineela. The best table topics is a great fight, I can see, but the just racing ahead is Karthik calling Karthik, best table topic speaker.
Thank you. I think the tag.
Best. It came to you for some reason. Okay, and the best role taker today, there's no doubt, Toastmaster Srushti for the table topics.
Thank you, guys.
And for such a wonderful timing report, in which you counted everybody's time, Toastmaster Baswaraj is the best auxiliary role taker.
Thank you, guys.
All right. With that being said, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Are there any announcements to make? If not, we can all take a good picture. So people who are online, just show their videos. And if they're offline, just gather on the stage. We'll take a quick photograph, screenshot.
Just before we leave, guys from HSR, if it hasn't been told yet, you guys made the meeting today very, very interesting. So thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Dinesh. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity.
Yes.
We'll hope that you keep joining us, and we'll also maybe join your meeting someday. Maybe a little bit Zoom is needed. A little bit Zoom in the room is needed, or it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah.
Good enough. Good enough.
Good enough.
Okay, just smile. One more. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.